Shall we play a game?
G'day viewers, how we doing? What have we got in the chat today? We've got not a lot in the shorts chat. Zero, this many. But in the main chat, it's been going off. It's been going since you've been here a little early. Sai, Joshua Moss, who else is in here? Joshua Moss says you're keeping the stream warm for me, that's nice. That train guy, Kuminati, hello. Maverick. And Mark B, hello to you as well. So, we're in Train Simulator Classic, and this is too loud in my ears. I don't want to yell at you guys. And we're going to do first up South Wales Main Line, which used to be called South Wales Coastal. And I've had to hack a scenario to make it work with this, but that's okay. So we're going to have a look at the Career Class 175 first. And what are we doing? 1v91. And I wish it would stop scrolling so I could read the bloody things. 1v91, Holyhead to Cardiff. There we go. Tonight I'll be running part of each of these. Hello, Josh. Okay. I'll be running part of each of these things. That looks kind of creepy, to be honest. It's like, hey, titties. Who said that? It wasn't me. No, I was never here. Welcome aboard 1v91, a service to Cardiff from Holyhead. 1CO1 from London, Paddington bound for Swansea has just passed. Following express train, expect an easy run down to the capital. Set up and get going when ready. How do you drive this game? Is that on? No? No? Must be. So... okay. Good. That much works. Right, now what are we in? We're in a 175 going to Cardiff. That makes sense. And there's another train over there. Now let's see if the rail driver's going to make me happy or not today. Forwards, good. Brakes off, good. We got the same horn on both, up and down. And off we go on a double yellow. Now, why am I playing in Train Sim Classic? Well, we've got a Wales route coming out for Train Sim World. We haven't really been told which one it is yet, but I thought, well, let's just do a selection of stuff from Wales. So I got into the Steam sale, and I think I spent about 80 bucks on 4 routes. Ooh, headlights. That might be handy, eh? Those ones. Yes, those ones. That'd be good, I think. And now I've got to remember how to drive Train Simulator Classic, because to be honest, it's been a little while. Maverick says, I want to develop a TSW route. It doesn't know where to start. I mean, perhaps should people know what they're doing. There's a big community page on the editor and how to use it and what to do with it and all those sorts of good things. I'll try and find it after the stream. So I am using Raildrive today. Ooh, hang on. Gratuitous bridge shot? What? Oh, there's some cool water in Train Sim Classic, isn't there? And the cranes move, and there's giant sculptures, and cool bridges. Anybody think this was a modern game? But no, it's 20 years old. I just realised why I couldn't brake. It's a combined power handle. I thought for a moment that train was on my track and went, uh-oh. But no. They're so sassy the way they walk in Train Sim Classic, but yeah, not in Train Sim World. I do like that the HUD is at the bottom of the screen in this game. I do appreciate that. I have a faint suspicion there's a, yes, clench moment indeed. I have a faint suspicion there's a Discord community for the editor as well, I think. I'm guessing we're following that other train in. Yeah, I'll get the doors open. There we go. That'd be me. Ah, yes, they just walk up and disappear in this game, don't they? Why did it make me stop all the way down here? Now, all those poor passengers up here, they have to walk all the way here. But by the time they get here, the train's going to be gone. There went Serial Killer Jack. See? The girls missed out. And it's not as though you can just open the doors again and let them in. They just got to stand there, floating in midair, like she is. She is, isn't she? She's just kind of floating. Yeah, she's not well grounded. Neither's her friend. But that's okay. It's time to go. Can I get a proper horn? Maybe? So if I do it in Rail Driver, it only goes that way. That's sad. Oh well. Never mind. Off we go. I didn't actually have any Welsh routes apart from Talathin and Welsh Highland Railway and Festiniog. Nick, your city. Fantastic. Train guy says, who needs modern games when you have TSC? I do keep forgetting that TSC is actually okay. I have to admit that. Mark B has Holyhead to Chester, because he had to regularly use the line when he lived in Wales. Oh, listen to that Xbox controller going. I think I might put you on something less vibratey. Just have to untangle you a bit. There you go, you can sit down there. Give my Steam Deck company. Don't want to power up too much. Why have we got the giant HUD? Go away, giant HUD. No one likes you. Oh, that must be a green, because we didn't get any indications off that one. So I guess that train's speeding up. So I asked, did I pick up Shrewsbury to Newport? I don't know if I got that one, actually. Let me just make sure we're not running up on a red signal here. It's yellow, so I'll just power off and let it roll through the yellow. Let me just jump onto Steam, and I will have a quick look in the store, because that's the quickest way to figure out if you've got something. Welsh Marches, Newport to Shrewsbury. Yes, I do have that one. We're playing it tonight, in fact. Ah! That was lucky. Bloody safety systems. I think it's funny that people complain about the safety systems in Train Sim World, but they're always on in Train Sim Classic. In the vertical chat, we have Chase Richter, who says, bro, I'm so high it took me like 4 minutes to realise you aren't in a real train. Well, that's fair enough, mate. I am using a computer with this one. This is Train Sim Classic. Bit of a freight headed the other way. We've got a green, so I think it's time to put some beans on. So I kind of thought, you know, we've got a Welsh route coming out in Train Sim World. No one really has a good idea of which part of Wales it is, so let's play all the ones we can play. Taster Fox, hello to you in the horizontal chat. And Chase Richter, if you prefer, or anybody else in the vertical chat, if you prefer a horizontal stream, let me just grab you a link. Should be one in the description of the stream too. So if you're watching on the shorts and you prefer a traditional, feel free to jump over. If you like the shorts, feel free to stay there. All good. You're welcome to do whatever you like. I have to go to Cardiff Central, a whole 9 miles away. But we can use the camera angle that Train Sim World doesn't have. Hey look, all the power lines joined together. That never happens. I hope everybody is well tonight, or today, or this morning, or whatever it is for you. I spent quite a bit of time in Wales when I was in the UK in May and June. Probably about 60% of my trip, I think. Oh, look at that. I got an award. Isn't that nice? Sorry, Shorts Feed, you couldn't see the award. It was an award for driving at 75 miles an hour. Fair enough. We go to the beloved Cardiff. Where are we actually going on this one anyway? So that's our route that we are playing. And we started there. And we're going there, to Cardiff. And that's all we're going to be doing on this one. Because I've got a few routes to play. So we'll be jumping around a little bit tonight. Put my instrument lights on. Because naturally in Wales it is somewhat dark. It's just kind of the way it is. Hello Cheryl. Cheryl asks in the vertical chat, do you have to steer trains? No. No you don't. They just follow the tracks, mate. It's a good question though. That train guy in the northernmost chat, the horizontal chat, says that I can go 10 million miles an hour. I would be impressed. I really would. Sire says Wales is a beautiful country. Indeed it is. Absolutely amazing country. I could quite happily live there, to be honest. If I had a job. I'd need a job. That would be handy. Daniel Robert Jowett says hello. Hello to you as well. And Joshua, I try to be honest. Someone's calling out Burn the Witch. A little bit of HST action there. And another freight. We're about to pass. And we are coming up on the speed limit. A little over it actually. So I should probably start reducing my power just a touch. Because we have to slow down. I suppose I better do that then. That's what happens when you start looking at chat and you go, uh-oh. So right now the brakes have come on, which you can, yep, there we go, which you can see there. I've got step 2. Which represents the handle position down here, of course. Trains are a little simpler to drive in Train Sim Classic, usually. Not always. There we go, down to the speed, comfortably. What have we got going on around us here? Looks like a bit of a freight depot over there. Bit of loading and unloading going on. That's something I saw that was a novelty on the Just Trains route. The loader for containers moves. It's the first thing other than a boat to move, I think. A friendly, another 175 going the other way. Next up will be in a 150 because you have to. Yeah, we're getting there pretty quick. Only 3 miles to go. Yes, you did hear right, Si. Three miles to go now to Cardiff Central, which will be as far as we go in this train today, and then we're going to swap into a 150. Funnily enough, we'll be going the other way in the 150. Maverick asks, do I have a King class for Train Sim Classic? I think so. I do think so. Let me check. I know you guys can't see it when I go and check, but let me check. King Arthur? No, I don't have King Arthur. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nah, it's only a double yellow. Don't worry about it. Oh, wait. Quiet. Maybe I don't have the King class for Train Sim Classic. How much is it? $15. Might have to get it. But I'll check first. Well, I should be slowing down a lot. That goes, hey, go and look if you've got this. Yeah, alright. Crash. Noisy safety systems. We're going to be speeding. We're not going to get to 40 by the time we get to the 40 zone. Oh, maybe. It's going to be close. It's going to be very close. Can we make it? Almost. Almost. It'll do. Oh, red signal's gone yellow. All good. Josh asks if off topic doing videos at a class 101 and proper driving techniques. Yes, actually I do. Let me jump into another window, and I'm running towards a red signal and a station. There we go, here they are. Copy link address. This is Diesel Driving Part 1. Right, you. Diesel Driving Part 2. These are only going into the horizontal feed because phone people can't really get to them anyway. And Diesel Driving Part 3. They are all driving a device very similar to the 101. I don't think it actually is the 101. It's a more modern variant. Start slowing down to 20 now. Oh, look, we are rail fans. That was the name of a podcast once, but it seems to have died in the arse. Try it that way around. Welcome to Cardiff. Now, how much like Cardiff does it look? Anybody live here? Is that my signal? That might be my signal, you know. I kind of think that's my signal. Let's try tab. Denied. Ah, it's changed anyway. There we go. It's a good thing I didn't take the chance and spat it. Josh has been getting into the BR stuff in TSW. It's a really help, indeed. It's a lot of fun. Almost into Cardiff now. There is still, at the moment, a quite a large sale on Train Simulator Classic and Train Sim World for that matter, but Train Sim Classic there's a lot more stuff on sale. Some of it's nearly free, so, you know, go have a look. If you've got the game and you want to fill it out a little bit. Hello Harvey in the vertical chat. We were discussing steer trains a moment ago. Stay behind the yellow line, people. Wants me to go all the way to the end of the platform again. Busy day for the HST over there. Alright, you can stop there, train. Honest. That'll do. That's enough. Stop. Good. Let's, sounds like the HST's buggering off, so let's go and watch it pull out. No, you're not going anywhere. You've got a red light. So who blew the whistle? No one. I heard a whistle blow. Anybody here? Anyone else hear a whistle blow? It's all the people in the HST, of course. Oh well. He's not going anywhere. Could have been my guard, I suppose. Well done, driver. Review your performance. Oh no. You scored 0. Yeah. It's not unusual for me. Alright, now we're going to jump into the same route. I think. Yes. Come on, type in the box. And Taunton to Cardiff, that's it, 2U20. Now I've hacked this scenario to make it work for the 150 because they changed the name of the base route. So with the 150, because they changed the name of the base route, you can't drive it anymore. That's not very clever, Dovetail. Alright, let's put some lights on. And we've only got one light. Okay, we can have one or the other. Well, that's very Welsh. Good-o. And we have to go to Bristol platform. Okay. The glories of the 150. Harvey asks, if only you had a brain, and are you in the US? No, I'm not in the video. Not in the US, I am in Australia. That train guy says the ancient Kuju model HST. It is that old, yes. Josh says the cab glass look horrible. Yes, it does. Michael Lay, hello. I see people not happy on the new UK one on DTG show off. There's a few people who would like it to be longer. I'll certainly give you that. Because the route in reality is a little bit longer. I'll turn that on. Good. The route in reality is a little bit longer. There's another 5 miles to it from the junction to Richmond Station, and there are people who would certainly like to see it go all the way to Richmond. I don't know why it's not. I can guess. It's a single person developing the route, and they probably want to get it out before they go broke. And also, the part of the route that's being modelled has the opportunity for freight layers, whereas the other part of it, I think it's only to passenger trains, and it's only 4 of them per hour. Is that the world's shortest freight train? Look at that thing. The freight moving? No, what's moving? Something's moving. That's no moon. That's a space station. The pointiest HST nose ever. Like a big duck. Alright. Train guy says yes, because the model's from 2009. I think it's older than that. I think this one might actually go back to the original release. See, the original release or the second release of Train Sim Classic, before it was called Train Sim Classic, when it was called Railworks. Alright, we are back in here. We have a red signal, so we're not going anywhere at the moment, which means I should probably put the DRA on, I suppose, strictly speaking. So we can't go anywhere for the moment. I assume it wants me to go this way and not change ends. Yeah, I think so. Where are we now? Bristol. Yeah, that makes sense. Just got to wait for our line to clear. Can you push any of these buttons? Can't push many buttons in Train Sim Classic. It's not like Train Sim World where you get more stuff to play with. Ah, we are clear. Good. And not move. Oh, you know why we're not moving? Because I'm an idiot. Because I had this thing on. The DRA. Otherwise known as the driver's reminder appliance. It's a big word with a switch with a red light. It's our little 150 pulling out of the platform, heading for Filton Abbey. Avonmouth on the front. Very good. In first Great Western livery. And I better come off the power because we're changing tracks. Clearly I'm being naughty, so we'll slow down just a tiny bit. There we go, that'll do. And cruise round through the junction here and change tracks. Harvey wants me to have a big fiery crash. It's not really the game for big fiery crashes, that's Derail Valley. That's all about big fiery crashes. That's what you do all the time. Speaking of Derail Valley, I do like the new updates that are coming. I'm finally going to get AI trains on Derail Valley. That will be excellent. Oh, we are allowed to speed up a little. A little 150 if you're in the UK. Stick your hand up if you've ridden a 150. In the shorts feed, 42 people watching. That's quite amazing. Welcome along. Feel free to join in with the chat if you wish. We are driving a 150 on the route South Wales Main Line in Train Simulator Classic. Kuminati says, have you got Derail Valley working with your quest? Yes, I have. I'm still working my way around how to make stuff actually work. Sai says, probably an unpopular opinion, but I prefer the rain effects on TSC. This algorithm was actually in Train Sim World until recently. It came out about TSW4. Am I supposed to stop here? Probably. That'd be a red signal. Oh no! Alright, dump it. Into emergency. Come on! Come on! Stop it! Ah! Oh, it's going to be so close too. So close, so close. Oh, look at that. Victory. You don't get much closer than that, really. Look at that. There you go. Missed having a spad by the length of a coupler. Yep. Now, we're not actually supposed to stop in this station, but I do have to stop for the red signal. Just saying. Oh well. Since we can't go anywhere at the moment, since we've got a red, we'll bundle off down here and have a look at the station. Why not? Ooh, it's crazy serial killer go. Lawrence Hill. Surprise! Is that your sister up the other end? You look kind of the same, you know that? We got a... Oh, we can't see it, can we? Oh, it's still red. And I should put the DRA on. I should be a good boy. Then I get spankage. Just got to wait for it now. Stuffed only. We just sit here and wait now. Get red signals in every game. I suppose I could come out of emergency, couldn't I? Just let the thing recover. Sit in step 2. The difference between the two games, Train Sim World and Train Sim Classic, both from Dovetail, In Train Sim World, you are the player. You are the driver of the train, or the engineer, whatever you like to call yourself. Even the loco pilot, if you're perhaps of Indian persuasion. In this game, you're the train. So there is no player. I'm just wondering if I went the wrong way. So there's Bristol. Now where am I? I'm up there. No, we're going the right way. Because Filton Abbey Wood's up there somewhere. I think. Just center it back on me. Show the task. Yeah, we're going the right way. But why have we got a red signal? Ah, it's a train in front of us. That would be why. The London Paddington to Swansea. It's such a long block too. And there's me there. What if my signal's still red? It is still red. Can I go? Signal's not even talking to me. Still red. But is it really red? Did I pass it just enough to make it go red, but not spad? I don't know. You can have your opinion, Si. It's fine. Solid Snake, is this game easy? Yeah, pretty much. Once you get a little bit used to things and you don't forget to stop at red signals. I don't know why that one is still red. I have to wonder if it thinks my train partially passed it. So I don't think there's anything in front of me. Because there's me there. No, it doesn't think I'm past the signal. Oh, does it? Maybe it does. Maybe it thinks I passed it. We'll know if we got a SPAD in a SPAD report, won't we? The next one's green, and the one after that's red. Go figure. How does that work? Then there's a yellow. You know what, I reckon we're going to just drive. We SPAD, we SPAD. Whatever. Alright, DRA off, brakes off, let's go. Let's be outside in case it SPADs. Nothing. Michael Lay says, Rail Simulator October 12, 2007, and back to developers Kuju Entertainment. Yeah, and it was Rail Works. And then Rail Simulator, I think. Or it might have been the other way around. I'm not sure, actually. I do have in my cupboard. Let me grab it. This was my original copy. From all that time ago. Still got it. Yeah, I think you're right, Josh. Thinks I already passed it. Whoop, bridge. Gratuitous bridge shot. Must be done. Massive bridge. I had a burger tonight that was so large I struggled to eat it, so if I get the hiccups or anything, that'll be why. Josh asks, has anyone seen the box TSW5 version comes out on the 5th? Well, I guess some people will buy it. Community says, I see he disabled the Dead Man switch. Why not? 2 miles to Filton Abbey Wood. You know, happy little 150. As it desperately tries to accelerate. Look, the light beams actually do things in the environment. Shock horror. It is one of the things that I think is a little bit of a cop-out in TSW. The old age... Oh, British lights are very dull. They don't light up the environment. Well, yes, on old trains that is true. Not on modern ones. Modern ones have great big HOD lights or big LED, focused LED lights that are very bright. Ah, 1 mile to go to Filton Abbey Wood. Suddenly a massive cold breeze come through here. Start slowing down for Filton Abbey Wood so that we actually do stop would be a good idea, I think. Brakes on this work quite well. Sire says he bought ETS the other day, just need to figure out how to get the foot pedals to work. You normally have to calibrate them. So you've got to convince it your steering wheel exists, and then you've got to convince it your pedals exist, and then you'll be fine. It took me a while to figure out how to get it working. And ETS and ATS are the same, so if you've got ATS and that's working, just copy your config file over to ETS. Works fine. I think we're going to have to accelerate or we're not going to get there. ETS is decent, Josh. So if you like truck driving, ETS is a pretty good game. It's like ATS, it's American Truck Simulator, the other one's Euro Truck. It's very similar in the sense that you don't do, excuse me, hiccups, any full runs. You do abridged routes in the thing. So something that might take you a full day to drive, it takes you 30 minutes in the game. Welcome to Filton Abbey Wood. What would wood do? I think the game's slightly confused because Raildriver and my Xbox controller are having a fight. But I don't dare unplug one because I know what this game will do. Alrighty, doors open. Filton Abbey Wood. Yeah, Mr. Tough Guy's going the wrong way there. He'll be back. No, he just disappeared. It's Serial Killer Wednesday. G'day, brother. How you doing? Oop, I'm in the platform. 15:22. I think I'm a little early. Unfortunately, you failed to allow passengers enough time to alight. What? Like I get a choice about it. Did you two not have enough time to get in? Oh well, never mind. We'll just leave you here. How come you could have two red lights on the back, but you can only have one white light on the front? Go figure. We are a little early. But that's okay. Are we? No, because we're due in at 15:22 at Patchway. Capepi, hello! This is your brunch fun as you overslept breakfast. You have a cold and you're getting better. I'm glad you're getting better. Sean to pledge asks, got a problem with the class 390. I can't get a virgin reskin to work. Should, if you're in TSC. Peter Young says, talking of old discs, I found all my MSTS discs the other day. All the add-ons when you could drive from King's Cross to York or Leeds and Victoria to Brighton and Portsmouth Harbour. That's pretty cool. I've got my original MSTS discs, but I don't have any of the add-ons anymore. This is kind of normal. We're going to get to the speed limit just in time to slow down for the next station. As we approach Patchway. Don't expect this train to have such good brakes, to be honest. Not my signal up there. It's all good. We come into Patchway. How far we'll take this one. So we've got Patchway, 7 Tunnel Junction. Will we take it all the way to Cardiff? What do you want to do, chat? Because I've got 3 more after this that I want to run tonight. Just notice how big my head is on the shorts feed. It's a bit big. I'll fix that when we stop. Let's see if we can do a proper stop this time. That's better. You see all these people in here and you go into passenger view and it's empty. Never mind. Come on, game. Time to go. Let's rock. I think what those pop-ups are telling me is that I'm late. Don't you want that in Train Sim World? Josh Mosh says, can't wait for DT to tell us about more about Manchester Airport. Well, it'd probably come from ATS, I suppose. So keep an eye on ATS's website, because if they're anything like the other builders, they'll have their own builders blog moments. Little dead bugs on that thing. Bad guy says you can just claim you're a bobblehead. No one can complain because people seem to like those, yeah. I'm not going to do that all night though. Just give myself a headache. I guess we're taking the high road. Seems that way. Tunnel time. Better get back inside. Bad things happen on this game when you're outside in a tunnel. Into the great black hole we go. Josh Moss likes the 323 and enjoyed Gossip Line. BCC is maybe a touch too long, or maybe there needs to be a few more shorter services. I kind of like BCC, you know. It's cool. Sai agrees that BCC needs some layers at News Street, or it's just dead. I guess it's what it is. Yeah, they probably have got some trains they could put at News Street now. Didn't used to have any. And after they get some Welsh trains, they'll probably have a few more. Josh Moss says 45 to 50 minutes is his sweet spot for doing services. Yeah, I get that. They do tend to lose their novelty after a while, and unless I like a good commuter service where there's a lot of stopping. Now we've changed it to low line. Go figure. A whole 7 miles to Seven Junction Tunnel. Josh means the Dovetail Christmas announcements. Hope and get a touch more info. I think you'll get a little bit each day. There is a forums post that accompanies each day's announcement. So you can jump in there. I do put a video up for each day as well. So if you want to watch those, you're welcome to. Bad guy's having a bit of a giggle. So for people in the Vertical Shorts chat, if you're wondering who the people I'm talking to, they're in a horizontal stream in the chat for that one. I don't have a way to make the chats move between the streams, unfortunately. Slow down for our speed limit. Oh no, I'm going too fast. Whatever will I do? Nothing. Put the cab lights on so you can see what's going on while we're going through the tunnel. Josh Moss says you can use BCC to see what the Great Western Express HST looks like in TOD 4. Oh, you could. So it'll be good to see it updated originally from Brum. You have a soft spot for it. It's a bit like Richie. He's from that area. Richie Rails, if you don't know, he's another one of the ambassadors. It's quite funny. Peter Young says 4 of those miles are still to be in a tunnel. It's going to be a while then. We'll just keep boring through. Josh says BML is a good route for long playing, good variety of traction and stopping patterns. It's hard to get bored. Unless you're on Gen 8. Then it just goes boo. Gen 8 does not handle BML very well at all. Sai says Paul isn't talking to himself, he's talking to us. That is the general idea, mate. That is the general idea. I got bored in a meeting at work today and I was commentating it. Seemed fair. Mark B says, if someone did Preston to Manchester, there would be an extensive network available with route hopping. I'd like Preston to Manchester, actually. I'd particularly like it if they included the trams at the Manchester end, which would be really handy. Peter Young says, watch out, it's downhill into the tunnel. Look out for the purple light halfway as you need to apply power to go back up. Indeed. In fact, I should apply a bit more. Maybe a bit more. It's getting quite steep, isn't it? Ah, full beans. Let's go. What could go wrong? Yep, we're on top of the world. Everything could be an illusion, Josh. You have a bit of an inception moment. 2 miles to 7 Junction Tunnel, or 7 Tunnel Junction, pardon me. I made that up. Try to use an outside camera, but it won't let me. Oh well. We'll just have to sit in here. We can just stare at the wall for a while. That'll do, won't it? That looks good. Perfect. Hello, Bobby in the vertical chat. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Size is yes, the B network. Indeed. Another little short tunnel coming up, and then the station, which I should probably start to think about slowing down for. Yeah, Si and I actually met up when I was in the UK, had a fun day out on the Llangollen Railway. Quite a spectacular railway at the start in Llangollen alongside the really nice waterfalls in an extremely picturesque town. I'd have to say Llangollen town was probably the prettiest of the Welsh towns that I went to. Although Portmadog was a close second. Oh. Tarwin wasn't pretty, but it had the Talathin Railway, so I was very happy there. Firing Dolgok for a day. It's excellent fun. Really enjoyed myself. For those of you who are watching this who don't know me, I am a volunteer fireman on a railway here in Melbourne. And we have a sister arrangement with the Talathin Railway in Wales, so I was able to fire one of their locomotives for the day when I was there. I got to fire a few others as well, but they weren't actually arranged in advance, whereas this one was. Hello. Anybody getting in and out? Your knees are dirty. Come on, you lot. Hurry up. You're going to miss the train. It's going to tell me that I ignored you. I'm not going to try and pronounce the Welsh names, because I'll just muck it up and I'll just offend people. Sorry, love. Missed the train. Grumpy, eh? That's serial killer Jack, Josh. He's always upset. Cab Peppo says Tees Valley line is his delight. Even better with the upgrade for the Class 101 subbed in. Always good. That loco sounds quite nice. Let's just come back up here for a moment and listen to it. Sounds like an SD70. Do you think this is where their name for the first version of TSW came from? Heavy Haul? Pinched it from Freightliner. Sigh. Be nice. He probably wouldn't be upset then. This is the hurry up and wait bit of driving trains. 9 miles to Newport. Yay! And this is, you know, it's about as hard as this thing can go. We are in notch 7. That's it. Can you actually do anything with this? No. Can you turn the fan on? No. Sander? You can push the sand button. Handy. Oliver in the shorts feed just joined. The train is the Class 150, which is from the 150 DLC, and we are running on South Wales Main Line, which used to be called South West Coastal, or South Wales Coastal, I should say. And to make the 150 work, I had to open up another scenario in TS Tools, take out a Class 175 and put in a Class 150. So I hacked it, and I changed the career scenario into a standard to do that. If anyone's interested in how to do that, I could do a stream on how to use TS Tools at some point, or at least how to muddle your way through it, because that's what I do. I kind of know what to do to substitute trains and things like that, and it works most of the time. Probably get the standard railfan photo, shouldn't we? We'll go to the next bridge. So I've got time to turn around. Wow. Ah. Damn it. Oh well, watch this side. That'll be fine. Where does that track go? Up over the top and round this way. I wonder where it heads off to. And then it just joins back in again. Isn't that weird? And then they both go off over here into a yard. Well, that's kind of cool. Don't know what the yard's for. That's kind of cool. We've almost hit 80 miles an hour. Almost. This thing's not much faster than the Pacer. Go stick our head in the signal box. Is there anything in it? No. Lots of rubbish everywhere. Do the gates work? They do! Look at that! Look out, we're going to hit 83 mile an hour. Any second now. Yay! You do kind of run out of stuff to talk about when you're driving these things, just saying. Can we make 85? What's the fastest it's allowed to do? Ooh, useful numbers. Oh, look at that, they blurred them. Isn't that sad? Normally trains have written somewhere how fast they're allowed to go, but this one doesn't seem to. Ooh. Fancy. Got a sun visor. Very fancy. Do you ever need a sun visor in Wales? I guess that's why it's clear. Because, you know, it's always dark. Four miles to Newport. We cruise along merrily. Joshua Moss says Jack needs a beer. That sounds fair. I need a beer. Mark says you can't offend people. They're meant to be unpronounceable, i.e. the tourists are there to entertain the locals. One of my favourite things in Wales, I have to say, and it's obvious that the Welsh like to take the piss out of the English, it's the spelling of the word bus. It's spelt B-W-S in Wales. Bus. That is just taking the piss. It really is. Joshua's gotten back onto pocket hands. Si says thoughts on the new London Overground route for a first-time developer. Great place to start. I won't buy, but fair play to him. And yes, Josh, random flyover for no reason. You are correct. I don't have any firm thoughts on the new route. I have, as we talked about earlier in the stream, a lot of people do seem to want it to go all the way to Richmond. And I certainly get why they feel that way. Is Newport where we're going all the way in this run? Whoops. Wrong. That one. No, we got one more after that. Cardiff. That would make sense. Ding. Today's train is brought to you by the machine that goes bing. It's just warning me about the 40 zone. What are our freight trains over here? We have an intermodal, couple of intermodals, some cement, and an empty intermodal, and a crane. It's going to whack me in the head, or just miss me, one or the other. Ow. And a space station. There's that freightliner that passed us before. Stuck waiting for us now. Artful, hello. It says BWS is like when someone asked a way to spell vacuum, someone said bus W, hence bus. Yep. That doesn't surprise me at all. Gratuitous bridge shot coming up. Ooh, missing it, missing it, missing it. Got it. At the place that sells tennis balls. I'm sliding into Newport. Josh asked, does the Speedo have a VMAX to show top speed? I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Cap Pepe says it's the Swedish pronunciation of bus used in British dialects. I would have thought the Swedish pronunciation of bus was bocka bocka bocka. Or is that just Muppet Swedish? Welcome to Newport. Where does it want me to stop this time? Probably all the way down the end again. And today's drive is brought to you by the machine that goes... Oh, I didn't do it. They just disappear. Oh, that's why they just disappear. They fall through the world and they go under here. That's unfortunate, isn't it? Ah, these things are made to look good from a distance. When you come up close, you spoil it. You failed again? Oh no. Oh no. Here's where I hope that signal in front of me is green now. See, I'm like one of the grumpy old men in the Muppets. Busy day for freight today. Josh says WorkSafe might want a word after that crane smacked me about. Well, you know, I shouldn't have been flying. In fairness. Artful says Newport City Centre used to have a fantastic mechanical moving clock. Did it go away at some point? There's an HST sitting in the tunnel waiting for us to come past. Artful says, is he doing Sesame Street and Fired Stream now? Eh. Why not? My son's named Oscar. Mark B says sinkholes. And the letter Q. And of course we need the count because, you know, 50 and 75, 30 and 40. A lot of tunnels. Another little yard over there. And over here. Yards everywhere. Ow. Ow. 10 miles to Cardiff. It's a Fibonacci route. Every destination's double the one before it. Will the little 150 get to 95? I really don't think so somehow. Even downhill it probably wouldn't. Bad guy says the ones that sit up on the balcony and just complain about things. That is pretty much me. That's what I do for a job. And they're great. They're hilarious. He loves the Muppets. Yes. I'm that guy in the organisation when someone says, hey, I want to do this. I'm the one that's lucky enough to go, no. That's not how we do things here. Because that is, in fact, my job. But that's okay. And then I have to try and find him a way to do it that we won't get in trouble. Artful says it doesn't have the same ring. Statler and Paul or Waldorf and Paul. Yeah, it's a bummer. Josh asks, do I think the announcements will be a Class 70? You desperately want a modern freight engine, don't you? It doesn't honk back. That was not a good mate. On a quest for cows. Don't appear to be any, though. Great camera angle. Artful says, I wonder if today's DTG announcement will be a German route or loco related. We'll know soon. Quite soon. Well, I won't, because I'll be asleep. So when one of the people gets onto their little video and goes, hey, we're doing this, I'll be asleep and I'll get up in the morning. And if I've got time before I go to work, I'll make a video about it. I managed to get one done today before I had to work. But I do have to be in the office tomorrow. It is my regular office day, but for a change I'm happy to go in because it's pub day. Go and have a few drinks after work. Cab Pepe says, don't shoot muffins with a shotgun, there's a better way to make donuts. I think that would make cake crumbs. Just saying. This is not the most exciting bit of countryside here. It's very regular. Artful says, or Josh says to Artful, UK route, US Loco, D gameplay pack. We'll see. We shall see what we see. What's that? Something to look at. Something that's different. This must be a private yard. Yep. Container yard. And whoever made the crane doesn't know much about containers, but that's okay. So those little container machines. A stacker. Really? Why did we stop? Why did that happen? Yes, Josh very much wants another freight locomotive. Sick of the Class 66. Si just wants to know more about the Welsh route. Fair enough. Given where you live, young fella. Definitely. Hopefully the family's doing well, by the way. Artful wants to put new locos on the Elf DLC. Kuminati's celebrating with a beer. Fair enough. Artful was in Cardiff on the weekend before last, very run-down trackside. Well, we'll see what it looks like in the game in about 4 miles, assuming we get there. Artful would prefer a 60 to a 70, he thinks. Josh says, I wouldn't say sick of it, just be nice for anything different. Well, we do have the 37s floating around. A few more of them would be cool too. There's a lot of liveries that are left untouched so far. I really should set the thing to not share my cursor. Shouldn't I? Or I can just hide it behind me. That'll work. As we cruise along through the infinitely flat countryside here. But there's actually some stuff of interest. A few factories. A couple of billboards. Yeah, that one's kind of cool. I wonder if that one was put there for a release of another route at some point. After the very hot weather we've had in here, it's actually getting cold. So I put my shoes on. Almost fell for that again. We do have to slow down rather rapidly. Passengers in the back are going, "Ugh." So I would like a 97 as a freight train. Excellent. What other requests are there? What would people like to see? So we've got another route change here. We slowly roll our way into Cardiff Central. The only thing you've got to be careful of in Wales is Japanese people. They're not trying to eat you. Josh says he's never tried the 37.7 on freight. Have to give it a go, although I prefer timetable rather than custom jobs. Well, you can always make yourself a custom formation and drop it in right in front of the timetable train and then run its timetable. I do that sometimes in free roam. Michael asks, how come we don't have the flyby camera in Train Sim World? That's an excellent question, which we did. Rain and Jason's Adventures, hello to you as well. Josh says, I know it's been said to death, but anything Australian would be good. Tend to agree. Tend to agree on that one. That's the weirdest tree ever over there. It's just all sort of round. I can hear a cat snoring around here somewhere. Amazing how much noise a cat can make. Coming into Cardiff from the other direction this time. And then we'll change over to the North Wales Coast route and a Class 221. I hate to think what my score will be. Oh, I know. 0. funny, isn't it? Everybody wants high-speed rail, but at the end of a route, it's always slow. This is where you notch the engine up a little bit just to make your passengers feel like they're going faster. Josh asks, can you change the HUD position in TSC? It's only on the bottom. There is a mod that moves it to the top, but in the game, no. I don't know if that mod will still work, actually, because I don't know if it's had an update since TSC was updated, and the way it worked was it overwrote one of the DLLs in the game, so it probably won't work anymore. It's a bit uphill through here. Just a bit. Everyone loves powering into a station. Passengers, welcome to Cardiff. Doors will open on the right. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Get off me train. We're going to stop at the stop board rather than where the game wants me to stop. Because there's the stop board right there. She walked through a pole. I just realised the shorts people missed the lady walking through a pole. But that's okay. They just walk through you if you get in front of them too. Now, let me find a spot where I can get in front of her. There we go. Straight through you, like you're not there. Oh, hang on, because you're not. Failed again. That's okay. Alrighty, now we're going to go off to North Wales coast. Come on. Empty it out. There we go. Thank you. I always worry with Train Sim Classic it's a bit slow, because it usually means something bad's going to happen to you. Class 221 is what we want. And we want... Which one was I going to run? 1D84. I kind of picked these at random, so... 1D84. There it is. London Euston to Chester. I think it is, isn't it? Yes, Chester. Artful says, Cardiff, the home of Doctor Who and Torchwood. Indeed. Josh says, what a dreary day in Cardiff. Well, most days in Wales are kind of dreary. We'll be operating the remaining portion of the service from London Euston to Chester today, calling only at Crewe and Chester. Make sure those passengers get to Chester on time today. Are we supposed to pick up people here? We are. So we're already at Crewe. Forwards. Headlights. Not tail lights. Looks like I can't set them all the way with the day. There we go. The rail driver. Is that a working camera? No, it's just reflecting the screen. Alright then. The Avanti West Coast, Class 221. Same to you. Josh Mosh says 12 was the best Doctor. I think the best Doctor was Clara. Just saying. Because I do kind of think that a little bit like the current girl I think is the real Doctor. I think Clara was the real Doctor in her series. Green, fortunately. Ooh, bit of parallel running going here. Good to see. You always like a bit of parallel running. So we start to lose sight of the Transport for Wales train. Crew north here. Is that what I think it is? That'd be the APT, wouldn't it? It's a bit of a crap model, so I guess it doesn't drive anywhere. It was a bit of a crap train though, really, so I'm not surprised it's a bit of a crap model. Although its technology did end up, so it got the last laugh because it ended up in the Pendolino. Artful says, Ledundo time. C does say it's a foggy day today in Wales. Artful says, and saw in a past light stream someone mentioned the Shrewsbury line in TSC. We will be running the Shrewsbury line. We'll be running the last service of today. We'll be in the Shrewsbury line. Artful says Shropshire borders Wales. This one's a little quicker than the 150. Just a touch. Nice rusty looking track up there. Artful says she was really a Dalek. Well, at one point, yes. There's actually a video on the Doctor Who channel which is 3 hours long, which is just Clara, all of her scenes. I might have watched it. That's the one, Artful. Clara Oswin Oswald, the Impossible Girl. Like in the current series, I don't think that the current male lead is actually the Doctor at all. I think it's the girl. Josh says the best companion was Wilf. I would suggest the best companion was Leader, actually. How can you go wrong with a girl in a loincloth? Sneaky bridge shot. Last second, captured it. We're going too fast again. How naughty of us. And of course there was K9. He was a good companion. And then there was Jane, who was always smarter than her Doctor. Fans go around in the top. Inquiring minds need to know. No, I don't think they do. Where did the people go? There were people in it before, now there's none. They've all gone. Oh well. Free Wi-Fi at Proudly proclaims. And free cups, it seems. Oh, look at that. There's a tablet and a phone. It's just someone using the free Wi-Fi, clearly. 15 miles to Chester, and I think that is the only stop that we make. It is. Oh, hang on. Hello. Do you know you're the same cow in Train Sim World? You're the same horrible low-resolution asset, I'm sad to say. It's like, DTG, buy some new cows, please. New cows and new sheep. Artful says he was in Bristol when they were filming the first Matt Smith and Jenna Coleman Christmas special. It's kind of cool. I saw the filming of one of the Spider-Man movies when I was in New York in 2018 or 19. One or the other. See you later, Josh. Have a good one. You've been up since 4 this morning. I've only been up since 6, so not too bad. You've lasted quite well, mate. Have a good sleep. And if there's a video up in the morning, I had time to do it before work, and if there isn't, well, I didn't. Artful's filming was in Portland Square. Pretty good. Must be a tight bit coming up or something. I was just checking what my Arabic friend in the short chat said, and we're going to ban him. Bye bye Momum. You, sir, are a dick. But you're now a banned dick. "11 miles to Chester." Does pay when you have a spare moment to translate the foreign messages that might be turning up in your chat, because sometimes they're really rude, like that one was. Artful says this cow moos in Welsh. It probably goes mmm. Nice little village. Which village is it? Let's go have a look on the signal box. Beeston Castle and Tarporley. Ooh. Forklift dude. He even picks up boxes. Look at that. He puts them in the truck. And then they disappear. And then he drives through the pipes. Well, it was a nice thought anyway. Artful says the cow goes M-woo-woo. Fair enough. Oop, bridge. Bridge, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Tiny bridge, but still a bridge. Well worthwhile. Those bridges are for cattle and sheep to get under the line. Bing. So this was a newer generation of scenery than the last route, I'm thinking. So I'm guessing this route came later. Don't see much in the way of coast yet. There is more cows. And would you leave that in a field with them? No, because they'd eat it. Because they're cows. Are we going too fast? Maybe. We're going to keep doing it, though. I want to know how fast it goes. At 110 now. How fast will it go? That's the question. Kuminati says the scale of the hay shed doesn't look right. Looks way too big. Well, perhaps they have big giant cows. And the little ones are just out there, they're just props. Low resolution props for the high resolution giant cows. 116. Will it get to 120? It's thinking about it. 119. Can we do 120? Oh, the short speed can't see the speedo. Yep, we've done 120. Can we do 125? Maybe. Oop, train. What did we miss? What did we miss? Taraco Railways, hello there. Hello to you, Elizabeth. I hope you are doing well. You loved the view from the cabin. Very good. We're trying to see how fast this goes. Lots of birds out today. Where are we going to view the train from? Probably here will do, won't it? Here's be a good spot. We have hit 125. No, we've got a 65 curve coming. Ah, well, we'll either make it or we won't. We'll either make it or we'll end up going around the corner on our side, one or the other. Elizabeth says, oh well, trust all well there. Wow, that looks mighty fast. It is a little fast, Elizabeth. Only a little. It's going to be a lot fast in a moment, though. Train's going, hey, slow down. Slow down, you cretin. Will we stay upright? That is the question. IC5 in the vertical chat asks, is there... Who doesn't like that quarter at this speed? Not at all. Ah, shit. I just realised we have to stop. More brakes. No, not emergency. We don't need emergency. No, you're stuck. I went into emergency. Never mind. I would have thought we would have stopped anyway. But that's okay. Now we'll just stop early and then we'll start again. Probably after it punishes me and makes me wait a minute. But anyway, yes, there are different trains on this route. We will be driving one of the others in a moment. We're in the class 221 Avanti West Coast. And in a moment, we will be in the class 158. This thing probably won't release the brakes until the train actually comes to a stop. And then I can release them, I think. Yep. Off we go. Full power. All the beams. All the beans. Why do I get the impression it's punishing me and it's making me wait? Yes, not building any amps. You gonna try? No, you're not. Oh, I see why. Gone into neutral. Now it'll do it. There we go. Off he goes. Perhaps I shouldn't have bothered braking and just gone into Chester at 125 mile an hour, because, you know, that would be just a tad funny. Just a little bit. Welcome to Chester, folks. You can see the 158 we're taking sitting over there on the other platform. I rode quite a few of these around Wales, various places. Got lots of 158s. I managed to get onto a 150, but I didn't actually ride it anywhere. I just hopped in to have a look. That lady looking at her watch, I'm not even late. I'm early. Even with an emergency stop. That'll do. Doors open. Welcome on board to Chester. So we should be in one of those in a few moments. The train, not the girl. Just saying. As soon as this one finishes loading passengers, and it's going to make me sit here until the time too, isn't it? Of course it is. We have indeed arrived. Oh, let's look around while we're here. Why not? We have Chester Station, place that I did go through. I think when I was over here, I published a photo of a Colas 37 that was parked over there. And this was the platform that I climbed into a 150 to have a play with. She's standing on the seat. See that? Everybody see that? There's a girl on the seat. Anyway, it's time for the 158. So still on this route, and we're going to do 1K05. I don't know why I picked that one, but I did. Now we're not going to run all of this. Actually, I should run part 2, because that's a short one. We can run all of that. Hopefully it's not the same part of the route we just drove over. Oh my word asks, is there a train simulator based in 1940s Europe? Which is an interesting question. There are some older ones. There are some steam era things. So there could be. Come on. Let's have the doors open, shall we? Oh, okay. Sounds like they've just finished. Are they open? Oh, they are open. Look at that. Jeez, I look grumpy. Right. So it's time to go then. Assuming we're in forwards, I think we are. Looks like it. Might need a bit of sand. Bit of a windy one today. I thought about buying a railway's cup of tea when I was riding one of these in Wales. And it was... I found out that they were £6 for lukewarm tea with a tea bag in a cup, and it's like... No. Gratuitous bridge shot. Seven miles into Chester. I did buy a railway sandwich. I'd actually bought a sandwich in a shop that morning, but I don't know what I did with it. Because I didn't eat it, but I didn't have it. And I was hungry. And I was on a 4-hour train trip, so I bought a sandwich from the tea trolley. It was alright. It was expensive, but it was alright. Rico Nee in the shorts says, good morning, I do like Train Sim Classic. It doesn't seem to have a gaming soul that or it does seem to have a gaming soul that TSW5 doesn't seem to have. Yeah, there's a lot more variety for Train Sim Classic. I'm kind of sad that it's not getting any ongoing development anymore. But I am kind of happy that it did get a development just in time before Steam killed off the old versions of Windows and the old versions of the browser that it runs with. So we were lucky. We managed to keep this game because, you know, it was only a couple of weeks ago that Steam turned all that stuff off. And this game would have died. Bing. We up Windows? No. I don't want to anyway. We get wet. Enjoying the Welsh sunshine here. There'll be people lineside just lying out having a sunbake. $5 miles to Chester this one, then where are we going after that? Going to Crewe, so Chester to Crewe. And from Crewe to Chester, and now we're going from Chester to Crewe. That's fair. Why not? And after we've done this one, we will jump on to Welsh Marches for a spin in the 47. We're coming back. Hello! We're back in the vertical, back in the horizontal, getting there, going live again. I'll have the game back shortly. Here it comes. Don't know what happened there. I haven't had a problem like that for a long time. Very weird. Very weird. Fernando, hello to you. Thank you, Kuminati and Sai. I don't know what happened then. The whole computer froze. It's not actually had that happen before. Cash Clips going to bed. See you later, mate. That was slightly problematic. We won't do that route again, I don't think. We'll go on to Welsh Marches. And we're going to run the 47. And which one were we doing? 1251. I said 51. That's the one. Ah, let's get into this. It's a rail tour. So, strange. You're joining me from a foot crossing, Fernando. Fair enough. Morning, driver. We're approaching Mandy East Junction. We'll be turning north and onto the Welsh Marches line. First stop was at Hereford. Train's driving itself at the moment, I do believe. Just making sure I've actually got control. I think I do. headlights. Why are you doing that, you horrible train? Here's me trying to set you up. I mean, you chuck me in it on the move and you're not set up properly. Fine. Come on then. Fine. Making sounds like it's releasing the brakes, but I don't think it actually is. Because look at the brake gauge. Well, you know, Bossman game stuff. What can I say? Is it going to drive? No, it's not going to drive because it's not making any amps at all, is it? It's got a cow trapped in it somewhere. There's an HST going the other way. Let's put the brake all the way up to suppression, release it again. Ah, now it's going to do it. Good. Don't know why it's being mean to me. The Welsh Marches Express. Does this have a vigilance or something that I'm not answering? I don't know. Maybe I don't dare leave the cab on this one. I think we have to wait a minute for it to... Okay. That's weird. Come on then. Let me go. Are you going to build amps? No, you're not. Oh, there they go. Finally. Okay. It's on a timer. I'm just going to stay in the cab this time. I'm not going outside. Let's see what happens this time. I have to wonder if it's got DSD, and when you leave the cab to go outside, the DSD triggers. Because now it's fine. Oh, I think I get it. It's vigilance. So if you're not here to whack the button for the vigilance, which doesn't sound when you're outside, so we have to treat it like a German train. It's only safe to go outside after you've whacked the vigilance button. heading out on the branch. So it's safe to go outside now. Lovely bright sunny day in Wales this time. Now that we've figured out the train, we should be okay. Going a little too fast, but don't let that worry you. Someone get this wiper out of our face. No, don't go back there. Fine, you stay up there then. Be my guest. Well, I lost about 80% of my viewers with the crash. Oh well, that's okay. Open the windows in this one? No. It goes back. That's funny. Max speed, 9.5. Ready for a rough ride, passengers? I hope you are. Oh, rail fan with their head stuck out, of course. Oh, there's no way it's going to fit under that. That big diseasel onto thrash properly. Hopefully I get away with this because, you know, we need to. Full beans as we come into the 60 zone. It's going to go over 40 just in time, I think. Perfect. Got a little bit of goop coming out of the stack. Only a little. Slow, old girl. Gradually picking up a bit of speed. Yellow signal. Slow down in case the next one is red. And it is. No, it's gone yellow. Where's the bridge? There it is. I came here for the Ralphan shot and missed it because of my excellent controller skills. Kuminati says the TSW upcoming signal bar, you mean the track monitor, needs to show the gradient. I argued that heaps in the beta. Nah. Didn't get my way. Never mind. Actually, I don't want to speed up too much because we're still running on yellows. Stick it around 30, I think. It's a safe speed. Well, I don't think it's a matter of it being too hard. I think it's more of a philosophical thing. They want people to learn the routes. But, you know, there's 50 of the damn things now, so who's going to learn them all? And even if you've only got 5, learning them's quite a big deal. I think that signal down there might actually be green. It is. We can speed up again. Because this is a go via, we're not stopping here. Back on the full bananas. I probably won't run all of this one because I've got to be up at 6, which is in just a little less than 8 hours' time. That's a lot of caravans. It's quite a significant landmark. What is this place, Artful? Up here. That's helpful. Some kind of factory complex. We're going up the Panty Main. Via Pontypool and New Inn. That's alright, mate. No need to be sorry. Thank you for dropping into the stream, Si. It's been great chatting with you, and I hope everything goes well today. $10.40, $10.43. We'll see how we go. Oi! Oh, you bastard. Fine, see if I care. I was whacking that button about as hard as you can whack it. Can I use that to make it go? No. Now we'll just have to wait. Well, we can look around while we're waiting, I suppose. It can't get worse, can it? A little bit of a town. Little manufactory of some kind. Not much detail on the distant hills there. Could be a little better. Looks kind of like a Rosa. And a bit more of a look at this place. It does look vaguely familiar, you know. Vaguely kind of go with Power Station, I think. Don't roll backwards. Come on. Come on, you can do it. Artful says apparently it's the Knauf installation factory. Or insulation, maybe. Fair enough. I need chocolate. I'm just seeing where are we stopping at as a go via, pick up passengers from Hereford. So it's a full length run, basically. And how long's the route? Oh, it's quite a big one. Oh, so it's about halfway that we are actually going on. Coming up on Pontypool, not stopping today. Cab Peppy says busy in the kitchen is Fist 47 a bit modified or modernised. Yeah, I suspect so. It just doesn't seem the same as the others. Artful says the only thing I know about the area is Blanovon. isn't far, Black Avon. Old mining area has a heritage museum with trips down the pit shaft. And good leek and potato pies. Well, that's a good reason to go there. That's a very good reason to go there. And Pontypool is home of the South Wales Police Headquarters. Excellent. Going via Little Mill. Hartwell says it's the advantages of being a coach driver. Yes, you get to learn all the little spots that you can tell your people about them. Because talking to them keeps them calm and happy. So they don't start killing people. Hartwell says, best when they are sleeping on their way home. Yes, indeed. That's why when you take them to the lunchtime stop, you make sure they eat lots of sugar. They all go to sleep. Spot the guy that used to be a youth leader. Give them all a can of Coke and a bag of chips and a bag of lollies, and then afterwards... We're about to come over the top and go downhill. Must be a modernised one because it's got an HID light on the front. Rolling time. Can't get over the contrast of this run versus the last one. Always funny. Sam's Train says, are we exploring Wales? Have we found the blowholes? Not as yet, but a Japanese person wanted to eat us. Coming up on Abergavenny. Back onto full beans again. We cruise through the Welsh Marches on our way to Abergavenny. Ah, semaphore signals. Good to see. Sam's train suggests I should go swim around the Faroe Islands. Ooh, that was a bit rough through those points. Very rough. Long uphill thrash now to Pontrilis. Artful says Sugarloaf Mountain, the highest peak in South Wales, is just north of Abergavenny. Now, the only mountain I got near in Wales was Mount Snowdon. There was a little railway there that I didn't go to, and I kind of regret it because I've seen videos of it since, and it's like, oh, that looks awesome. It's kind of sad I didn't go to that one. Next time. Poor little 47's losing a bit of speed here. Artful guesses I passed the electric mountain. I don't know. Wow, good shot. Artful says there's a hidden hydropower station inside. That's cool. There's the place to live up there. Close enough to the line to see the trains. Far enough that you don't have to personally experience them in your lounge room. Yep, yellow. No reaction from AWS though. I wonder if we're following a stopping service. This one's yellow as well. Artful said here is not far from Snowdon. Yeah, I went past Snowdon on the Welsh Highland Railway. I thought about changing trains and going for a walk. And then it started to rain and I thought, no. I'm not going to walk a few miles in the rain. Not worth it. Lots of people were, though. There were heaps of people getting off the train to go up there. Rockwood's Gaming Place. Right now you're at an interview to become a train driver in Germany. Well, good luck with that. I hope that goes well for you. Don't mention you learnt in a simulator. Just saying. Sam's Train says the electric mountain is one of those pumped hydro ones that fills itself back up and generates at peak times. That's cool. We've got so far to the next signal that I'm going to put a little bit of power back on. Yeah, I know how much the people on the railway I work on, how well they react to I learnt in a simulator. I think next time I should go there at lunchtime, I should sit in a cab playing on my Steam Deck. Driving a train in a train, it's just the right thing to do, I think. Engineer Eric, hello to you. You love TSC and you love the Japanese routes. They are pretty cool. I'm quite looking forward to Tadami Line coming out in Train Sim World 5. I've got it in Train Sim Classic. A lot of fun. It's a little bit of a hard train to drive, the Kia 43. Quits Gaming says, on the phone I told them I'm playing Train Sim World for hours and they said like, so we don't need to educate you anymore, get started tomorrow. Excellent. You may find driving real ones is just a tiny bit more difficult. Just a tiny bit. Not enormously. I mean, the theories are there, but the way they actually behave physically is somewhat different to in the game. Your brakes will probably work, for example. I think running German trains would be fun. Six miles an hour. Excellent. Rockwood says, just a tiny bit, lol. Setting up the trails is more difficult, and about the safety thing is hard to learn. Yeah. Yeah, if you get PZB wrong in a real train, everybody gets mad at you. If you get it wrong in a game, it's like, I know the game, at least in the more recent German trains, is mostly right for PZB and the signalling, so if you've got it down pat in the game, depending on the route you're going on to, whether it's the same kind of signalling or not, because there's quite a lot of different kinds in Germany, then hopefully you'll remember it. Green on the semaphore. $66. Got to say hello to the signalman. Look at that. There's glorious thunbergs erupting from the stack. How are we going on the route? Tram in Main. We're actually not that far from... No, we're not that far at all. We might actually finish this one. I'll just be a bit late to bed. It'll be alright. See you later, Rockwood's Gaming Place. I hope your interview goes really, really well and you get the job. Artful says, same here. We've been eagerly awaiting Tadami since TSW4. Yeah, it's been a while in coming, hasn't it? But, you know, it's another very small developer learning to build in the game. It's not an easy thing, and I imagine learning it at a distance, away from anybody that can help you, is also challenging. Sam's Train says, I imagine it's not a terrible thing for route learning in some ways, as long as the route is up to date. No good for the feel of driving it, probably. Not really, no. Because there's no movement. I mean, the sound... Like, I work on steam engines, and the sound on a steam engine, even ours running slowly, it's an absolute cacophony. It's just bedlam in the cab. It's so loud. And it's constantly moving. It's not like these little jiggles that you feel here. It's just constant. To the point that it's difficult to stand still. Cab Pepe says, I should have made that drive in a real Y7 DMU Swedish after learning the Class 101 in TSW. Did struggle with the brakes, but the handling is very similar. Excellent. Sam's train, so we can improve the simulation and put a desk at the back of a van and I'll drive you down the highway at an appropriate speed. And you try and brake and corner as you do it in the train. Yeah, you could do that. I have driven real ones, the full-size ones as well, occasionally. You don't get to do that much anymore, it's too strict now. I used to get to drive on the Stony Point line sometimes, which is near here, in the passenger service. And I've driven a couple of large freights. But these days, it's hard to even get in the cab, let alone get a drive. Green on the semaphore. Rough points. I have to say this is very realistic for country Wales. It's just land. For those who have just joined, I can see a few have popped up in the short stream. We're running Train Sim Classic. We're driving a Class 47, hauling what look like Mark 1 coaches on the Welsh Marches route. We're currently headed for our final stop, which will also be the last stop of this stream, at Hereford. Don't do it, train. See, the brakes in this are not realistic because they came off too quickly. The brakes on the back of the train would have stayed on then for quite a while. That's quite a cant on that curve. Very tight one. couple of miles to Hereford. Last stop on this stream. I think this Sunday morning, for my next regular streaming slot. It's been a while. I think we're going back into Railroader. We've had a few weeks off from Railroader, and I did promise to run it once a month, so planning on doing that this weekend. Bit of a light brake application. Got a while to slow down. Might need just a little bit more. Not much though. Ah, sure to spread shot. Excellent. Got a yellow signal coming up. Slowing down now for the approach to Hereford. Is that red for me? Maybe. I think it might be, actually. In fact, the train certainly thinks it's red for me. It is. That's alright. Emergency brakes will stop me. That's fine. Go back into neutral on there, engine only. Let's go and see what's in front of us at Hereford, shall we? I'm guessing we've got to wait for this little bloke to get out of the platform. There he goes. Hopefully by this time brakes have come off. The eruptions of Greta's into the sky. Of course you'd go full power on the approach to a station, wouldn't you? Surely. Yeah, it'll do. All carriages in the platform, perfect. Morning. How are these guys doing? Working hard? Or hardly working, fellas? The big mug. Yeah. Know the feeling, mate. That's going to sit there loading for a long time. Judging by that progress bar, it is going to sit there for the entire 5 minutes that I'm early. So that will probably be it for today's stream. I can leave you with these two in picture. And that'll be it for today. I'll be back on Sunday morning, 8:30 Australian Eastern Standard Time for Railroader. We'll probably run for at least a few hours in Railroader, I think. I can't even remember where it's up to. I can't remember if I finished today. Well, there you go. Well done, driver. In part 2, you'll continue to tour to Shrewsbury. But not tonight, because I gotta go. So thanks very much for everybody in the chat. It's been a pleasure having you along. And thanks for staying through the crash if you did. Still don't know what happened there. Something weird. But anyway, that's life. And enjoy yourselves and see you Sunday, I hope. So have fun, folks. See you later. Bye.